Welcome to another episode of Project 2JZ28. I'm here in a special edition, I guess you could say.
Welcome to the Fat Guy Garage.
AKA Sean's Garage. What Sean and I are going to be working on today is going to be replacing this mid-90s Bose factory stereo out of the Camaro with a newer double din stereo. I really like the Bose, honestly. It sounds awesome. Everybody's like, oh, get a different system, get a different system. And I'm fairly picky when it comes to music in the car and how things sound. But honestly, the factory Bose, it sounds awesome. I've never really had a need for replacing the sound.
And I'm going to say it again. The sound you're getting is the amps in the car and the speakers in the car. The head unit is just the head unit.
I get it.
You're going to have the same sound, if not better, because you're going to have more control in the new head unit. I'm going to take your battery off.
Okay, that's fine. So for those of you not familiar with the Bose system in the Camaros, they actually have an amp in each speaker. Battery is in the back of the car now, Sean. That's why you're not going to find it under the hood. The Bose system turns on. Like, I've got power to the stereo. It'll actually light up. However, nothing is coming out of it. Blake said he never touched any kind of factory wiring when it came to the stereo at all. So we believe the, now let's see, 26-year-old factory Bose has finally gone kaput, or at least that's our hope, that something else isn't going on. What we're going to be replacing it with is this JVC double din unit. I did some research on it. It's got all the bells and whistles that I was looking for to put in the car. Figuring it out there, man?
Yeah. Wow. Those are nice lugs.
Yeah?
Yes. I just don't want to, jump or anything with a screwdriver. And
that'd be terrible. Only amateurs would do something like that, such as myself. Right. I'll take a little side shot here because it's here. And I don't think we've really talked about it too much on the channel, but Sean has his own car. This is his 1999
yes.
Corvette C5. He's kept it about as clean as mine. He's done some upgrades as well. Those beefy, or those C6 Z06 brakes?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Look at the new gauges. I put them in.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, it looks
obviously
nice.
A work in progress here too.
Actually, it's ready to go back together. I just put the gauge pod in today. I've been waiting 7 months.
Nice.
For those to be covered.
That's awesome. So Sean has, is it a 382?
377 LS3.
377 LS3.
Thanks.
And he's got an APS twin turbo set up in it. How much power did you make, Sean?
Well, you want the driving around or you want the Hail Mary shot?
Well, so Sean,
driving around right now,
unlike sane people, decided let's put everything in except a fuel system. I want to keep the fuel system completely stock just to see what it'll do. It
works.
Yeah, it works. So in other words, it's a beautiful car that's got tons of potential, and he restricted the crap out of it by leaving the stock fuel system.
Right now, at 12 pounds of boost on the wastegates, it's making about 800 at the wheels. Turned all the way up, maxing everything out we could get out of it. It made 919, 845 at 17 pounds, nose and over at about 5,600 RPM, just starving for fuel. And that's because it's got twin 255s and was converted from the 99 to the 97, 98 return style fuel system. So factory lines, factory regulator, factory rails, 100-pound injectors, and yeah, that's it.
So anybody else crazy or insane enough to just see what it'll do on stock lines? I'm sure you probably got a record somewhere for that much power on stock lines.
Guys have pushed them over, but you're also talking on pushing two Walbro 255s that have been in the car since 2008.
Yeah.
So their day was coming, but if you look right there, in between the two things, I've got a pair of 450s sitting there.
Nice. Are these the...
Yeah, those are the new pumps.
Nice.
And I'm waiting on the new hat, and then I'll build the rest of the fuel system. But my big thing about doing it on the stock lines was simply everybody's like, oh, you got to have this big honking $1,000, $1,500, $2,000 fuel system, and you're putting a blower on a stock car. No, you don't need it. You can push a factory fuel system, a return style fuel system. I'm going to caveat that. As long as it's got the return style rail on it, from the 97 and 98 C5. You can push that to 800 at the wheels without breaking a sweat, without having to worry about it.
No.
If you're going for more than that, okay, upgrade it.
Yeah, I think Sean was hoping to somehow manage 1,000 horsepower on the stock system, which proved
done. But the guys had more pump than I did.
Yeah, and Sean also spent some stupid crazy money on some Tony Mamo bad Mama Jamba heads. So,
Yeah, they're nice.
in other words, this is about to be a 1,000+ horsepower car at the wheels when he gets his new fuel setup in.
Yeah.
So in the future, at some point in time, I'm sure this car and this car are probably going to meet head-to-head once again. They've met head-to-head before, and I don't know if we're allowed to talk about that.
Well, the last time they met head-to-head, one of them went home on a damn trailer.
It wasn't mine.
You boys like Mexico?
Yeah. Unfortunately, and this is kind of funny, and I don't like talking about it too much because I don't want to hurt people's feelings, but it's happened about 3 times where I've lined up against people and the end result was their car blew up. I don't know what it is. Maybe they get stage fright against, call 911.
Gloat much?
Yeah, I don't know. So I guess that's one way to win when the car blows up. But anyway, we'll hope that this round neither have that outcome. I don't really even care who would win that. I just want both cars to be healthy, have a good clean run.
Is it a technicality if it blows up?
Well, I was beating you before you blew up, if you want to get technical.
I was
But
drilling you in. Slowly.
I had a lot more power than you.
Yeah, you had what? You had about 120 on me at the time?
I think. And honestly, if we want to talk guesses, because we don't know what this is going to make. We don't know what this is going to make. I would guess I'll probably still have you beat in horsepower,
yeah.
but
This is going to get me by at least 200.
yeah, but at the same time, the aerodynamics of the C5 is really incredible compared to the Camaros. And that big honking giant wing I've got on the back doesn't really help for aerodynamics. I will say that it is awesome when you do start moving pretty fast, though, because it gives a lot of downforce, which is great for gripping. It feels extremely stable at high speeds, which is really, really important when you're doing that. So anyway, that's a little bite off there on Sean's Corvette. It's a beautiful car. He's done a great job on it, and we look forward to seeing what it'll do when the time comes for that. Maybe we'll take another spin-off video. If you guys want to see that or are interested in that, feel free to drop a comment and let us know. So right now, we're just going to disconnect the battery if we haven't already.
Yep.
All right, done?
Yep.
And start yanking stuff. Not too bad of a breakdown. Just disconnecting the factory unit here now.
I don't think this has ever been out.
No, I'm pretty sure that that's been in here since late circa 1994, where the 1995 Camaro rolled off the showroom.
Good Lord. There we go.
Got it coming out.
Yep.
I had a guy on one of the forums ask me if I'd sell him that factory one, and I said, yeah, it works great now. I don't think it does. So,
not so much. Okay.
Yeah.
So we need
probably gonna trash
a audio adapter,
Okay.
and we need an antenna adapter.
Okay, doke.
And the best place to go for that,
D&B.
probably.
Okay.
Time is it?
It's 2:30.
Yeah, we can go over there.
All right.
They're open.
Sounds good. Back from the store. Got our adapters. Got the wiring we need. And because it's the Camaro, already we ran into, I won't say impossible issues, but issues. So the doubled in apparently doesn't fit perfectly.
Screws aren't long enough.
Yeah. So we're gonna end up having to trim some of this back plating in so it'll fit in there better, because I think on the size it just won't exactly fit all the way. The other issue, well, not issue, instructions are having us trim a big plastic piece inside the car. It's probably too dark in there to really see what we're getting at, but needless to say, trimming is going to be involved here to get this thing done.
You see me considering it.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're thinking about, and I'm not really getting good vibes from the thoughts you're thinking here. So we've got to cut this plastic piece right here, basically
Here to
out.
here.
And Sean brings out, and joking, at least I hope, a Sawzall.
Well, maybe
and I'm
not.
thinking, dude, are you kidding me? A Sawzall through the middle of my dash? But now we're actually contemplating it. This is how crazy this is.
There's nothing back here.
Well, on that side, sure, but this main wiring harness, everything.
Oh, that's not a main harness. That's just an accessory harness. You'll be fine without it.
Yeah.
I mean, that probably is something Blake did, to tell you the truth. We can cut through that. He can redo it.
Dude, Blake would murder you. Murder.
Do you want to die by Blake? That's how you die by Blake.
No. Blake has been way too kind.
There's really
and helpful.
though, I mean, honestly. Oh, man.
I think that if we use the hacksaw for some of the more delicate parts, and
Problem is, though, the hacksaw isn't fitting very well. It's too tall.
yeah. Well, do you have a Dremel? I mean,
I do, but I don't have any good cutoff wheels. I don't.
I hope people watching this are as entertained as this actually appears on tape.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Look.
Yeah,
look.
I see what you're saying. There's
No,
not
no,
room.
hold on.
This is how ulcers are created.
I'm telling you. Look. Control it nice and easy. That will go through that like butter. Straight down.
Yep.
No
right
issues.
through those wires.
No, they're over here. There. See, they're over here.
All right.
The blade's over here. There's at least.
I'm gonna close my
there's
eyes
at least
and
a 16th of an inch of
I'm
clearance
someplace
there.
else if you want to just do what you
There
gotta
is
do.
at least a 16th of an inch clearance there. We're good. I mean, okay, yeah, it's not the most eloquent, refined way to cut it out, but I don't feel like spending a bunch of money on Dremel discs.
Wow, I will buy you all the discs you ever
Dude, they're
want.
stupid expensive.
I don't. Stupid expensive compared to doing something wrong.
Man, we'll be fine. What's the worst that could happen? Don't answer
Don't
that.
answer that question.
No, honestly,
I don't care, man. I trust you, even with my car. So if you think,
we're gonna do this.
all right, what are we doing?
We're gonna do this. I gotta say goodbye to that.
Here, I got a light on my phone I can use.
There is a fired up Sawzall.
It's not really too much better.
I'm telling you.
Ugh.
Is she free?
Oh, that's nice. I think the other side's a little bit easier, and there's no wiring over there to speak of unless you really, really screw something up. So. Nice.
See?
All right.
See?
Yep. All
All
right.
that fear for nothing. I am going to. I really want to know where my flashlight is. I
You
bet
need
it's
more
up.
light?
I do.
Dude, we can just open the garage door, man. It's not.
Yeah, go ahead and pop it open
All right.
while I sit here.
Let's get this garage door open. So
Both of my lights over your garage.
I mean, you're welcome to look, but
I still got some stuff on that house. I thought I bought all the tools. Oh, I bet it's in that bag.
way more light.
Yeah.
Almost there. Woo! Yeah. She's just got a pinch left that just snaps like that. Because 26-year-old GM plastic, not so pliable anymore.
Look at that, I didn't even hit your frame back. Well, I might have hit it.
Shh, shh. Just pretend it's all good.
That's all.
All right. Hack 1 is done.
Look at that. I got skills with the Sawzall.
Yeah, I remember the story you gave me how your trash man wouldn't pick up your refrigerator, and he picked up your refrigerator later.
No, that was a door.
Oh, a door.
Yeah, no. No, I never did that.
You basically sawzalled it and put it in the trash can. Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I cut that sucker up into 2-foot sections and then cut them in half.
Nice. All right.
Yeah, this isn't New Jersey trash bin, that's for sure.
You're right. All right.
I do have a shop vac we can use to clean that up.
Yeah, I'd appreciate it. All right, test fitting everything up now. I may not have to have a second hack. It looks like, although this is recessed a little bit, it does actually look like it's gonna fit in there pretty decent.
Yeah, because if you tried to make it even with the dash, this has got a curve to it, so I'm honestly okay with it.
Oh, glad you're okay with it since it's not your car.
Well, but I'm doing the install, so
that's true.
If
That's
I'm
facts.
okay with it, you're okay with it.
Oh, is that how that works? I get it now. Next phase, wiring. Notice I'm holding a camera, not touching wiring.
No touchy. Blake would be proud.
Yes.
So I'm hooking the aftermarket adapter up to the JVC harness.
Okay, perfect.
Don't focus on my soldering technique because I have none.
I don't know. Looks pretty good to me, man.
Yeah, well, I'm sure if somebody worth their salt's watching this, they're gonna critique the heck out of me.
I think it looks solid. Better than I could do, but that really doesn't say much. I actually have, for all the wiring jokes I crack at myself, I have done some wiring before. What happened in the car that made Blake say that, I think, is seeing, probably some of my pillar stuff, because I had hardwired some of my early gauges and the pillar stuff. And, dude, I didn't even use wiring nuts. This is how archaic. So, like anything else, a skill, you learn things. And when you start, you usually are terrible at it. Well, my very first wiring I ever did was on this car, and I think it was in one of those gauges, perhaps. And I'm thinking what I did was I just twisted the wires together and then wrapped electrical tape. I'm pretty sure that's what Blake saw, and he's like, you are never allowed to touch wiring on your car again.
Don't feel bad. When I was an auto tech, when I was actually doing this professionally, yeah, that's not good.
Oh, look, plastic melts.
Yes, that.
I've graduated to the point where now usually what I'll do is I'll either use some heat shrink, and if it's just something really not...
Twist it together and then put heat shrink on it?
No. I'll put a connector on it and I'll clamp it down and heat shrink around it. Or I do have a soldering iron. I have done some soldering work too. I am not as good, nearly so much so as you... And Blake is honestly.
Well, Blake is so much better. I mean, well, I'll put it to you this way: my Infinity, my IL-50 tower speakers, one of them had blown a resistor that kept the amp from turning on in it. And could I have attempted it? Sure. Who did I take it to actually fix it? Blake.
Yeah. The wiring on the car for all the aftermarket stuff Blake has done, and it is really a full professional level. And I don't understand a lot of the wiring stuff too. Some of the stuff I can definitely grasp, and some of it I've definitely had my hands in this car quite a bit too, doing some stuff that I get. The wiring stuff, I mean, if it's just something like this, I honestly could probably do it, but I know you're going to do better, so I'd rather just have it done correctly.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Many minutes later, every single one of these Sean has soldered and shrink wrapped. So nice work. Now we're doing some light reading. All right, head unit's in, battery's plugged in. It's our first attempt. Sean is not liking the first attempt of trying things.
Hey,
Well, we got power. That's a positive thing, right?
That's a good thing. Yeah. We have radio.
Language. Indian Arabic.
Okay. 12 hour.
24. Like my military.
24. Clock, GPS sync. We're going to go manual. Okay, let's go.
Try 2. Whoa!
You said department store.
Right. There's a CBD department for my chronic pain. It's helping me avoid so many pain pills.
There's something.
I'll need to hit that glass pipe department.
Let's see if it'll hook up to Bluetooth. Crap, it's loud.
Yeah, you still got your Bose sound.
Definitely so. Sounds good. What?
They're gonna make me add a subwoofer to my car.
Dude, that sounds incredibly good.
That's gonna be chill. That's awesome.
Yeah, man. Dude. Thanks for your help, buddy.
Yeah, man.
I know we gotta put it back together, but that's freaking funny. Yeah, man, that sounds really, really good. Awesome. Okay, so I'm basically blown away. I had no idea it was going to sound that good
I told you.
at all.
Your Bose is everything but the head unit.
Yeah, that thing is awesome. Well, now we just got to put all the panels all back together, which should be the easy part of all this.
You
And
would think, but I'm gonna have to dork with.
well, we'll do what we need to do. I'm pretty impressed, man. That sounds great. So we got everything back together where it should be. I know it's terribly dark now, so I don't know how well we're going to be able to see in here. Oh, I see. I reset because I pulled the battery. That makes sense. Okay. Well, we've heard it. It's back together. Everything seems to be working. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you again next time.